Good evening. The man who allegedly held 3 young women captive for a decade in his Cleveland home will face a judge tomorrow to hear the charges against him. Prosecutors announced today that Ariel Castro faces 4 counts of kidnapping, those for the 3 women and a child born to one of them in the home. He also faces 3 counts of raping the women. 2 of the victims rescued Monday evening were reunited with their families today. This is Gina de Jesus. She didn't speak publicly, but the picture tells the story. There is, of course, a lot more to this too, including what happened to the women during that missing decade of their lives. Dean Reynolds is in Cleveland for us tonight. Dean?
Scott, authorities say that over the last 10 years, the abducted women were allowed out of this house behind me only twice. But they're out now and with their families.
The women who came home today were wary of a spotlight that is shining brightly upon them and their newfound freedom. Gina de Jesus, in a hoodie, gave a thumbs up as she was whisked inside by relatives. She was 14 when she was abducted. She's 24 now. Her parents, Felix and Nancy, were overcome.
I knew my daughter was out there alive.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
I knew she needed me, and I never gave up.
I want to thank everybody that believed, even the ones that doubted. I still want to thank them the most, because they're the ones that made me stronger, the one that made me feel the most that my daughter was out there.
Amanda Berry, now 27, was driven with her 6-year-old daughter Jocelyn, born in captivity, to the home of her sister Beth. Michelle Knight, now 32, is still recovering in the hospital but in good condition. As for life at 2207 Seymour Street, authorities say the victims spent much of their captivity bound, either in the basement or on the 2nd floor. Michael McGrath is Cleveland's chief of police.
And that there were chains found on within the premises?
Yes, there were type of chains and rope in the residence.
The doors had padlocks on them?
That is correct. The doors had padlocks on them.
Authorities now say all 3 women were raped, and we've learned that de Jesus and Knight were forced to assist in the delivery of Barry's daughter. They occasionally watch TV, including accounts of their own disappearance. On that point, relatives remember alleged captor Ariel Castro at vigils for the women. Robert Osario is Gina de Jesus' cousin.
To my recollection, I've seen him twice at 2 vigils. I've seen him twice. And if we look back in the footage and the tapes that we have, I'm pretty sure you will see him in some of those.
What do you have to say to those women?
The investigation is now focused squarely on Ariel Castro, the former school bus driver seen today at Cleveland's Justice Center, where he is being questioned.
Police say the victims' only chance to escape came Monday night when they managed to break their way out, Scott. That's when they leaped into the arms of the police who came to their rescue and begged them not to let them go.
Dean, have you learned any more about how these women were kidnapped in the first place?
Well, as best we can tell it, Castro, the alleged perpetrator here, just offered them a ride and they went along willingly. They thought they were going home, but he took them to his house.
Thanks, Dean.